next guest is another artist, but an artist with words. And that is something I just don't understand. So let's bring him out. It's 10 Cent Tennyson.
10 Cent. Wow. Look at that. And he's got a scarf on too. It's great to see you, 10.
Hey, how you doing?
Great. How are you?
Hello, Mr. Tennyson.
I couldn't be better. I couldn't be better.
You look fantastic, like a bright, shiny coin.
You know what I've been doing? I've been refusing to drink water lately, and I found out that it's able to concentrate all of my juices, and then it makes me a better person. Like same way a raisin is sweeter than a grape.
Interesting. It's like a juice. It's like a juice fast, but you're actually fasting off of juice.
Fasting from juice. From juice. Right.
From juice. Oh, that's so fascinating. No, so Mickey was saying she didn't understand that you were you're an artist with words.
Yeah.
And she said she didn't understand it. I think I get it. But explain to people like her who don't get it what it is you do.
First of all, they call me, my real name is not 10 Cent Tennyson, but they call me the 10 Cent Tennyson. I make rhymes for a dime. You'll often see me on street corners, grocery store, express checkout lanes, never the regular ones. I've been known to get in your Uber with you, whether you want me there or not.
Are you doing it right now, or was that a little? It sounded da, 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 da. Is that a
didn't
rhyme
rhyme
right
though.
now?
You're not. I don't think you're listening.
It didn't rhyme. It didn't rhyme. As far as I'm concerned, you can't have poetry if you don't have a rhyme. Haikus are for fools. That's not a rhyme. That's not poetry. Haikus not poetry.
But what you did with it was a poem.
When I said haikus is for fools, that's exactly right. But a monkey with a toothbrush and a ballpoint pen can do a haiku. Anybody can do a haiku. What I do is bring the rhythm and the rhyme. Just keep his teeth clean.
I see.
Monkeys are known for gingivitis, for gum disease.
That's why they do those weird.
That's why they do those weird faces. The weird faces. So basically, I perform acts of poetry on demand for people for 10 cents a rhyme. 10 Cent Tennyson.
And so people just throw out a word or something, and then you just
whatever you're feeling that day. Sometimes it's therapeutic. Sometimes it can be a word. For instance, you just said the word, and I might make you a rhyme for that if you so chose, and if you had 10 cents.
I don't.
For instance, okay. Let's do this the way they do it in modern times, and you can pay me virtually.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
I have a word for you. Can I throw out a different word?
Hey man, you can throw it, you can shove it, you can push it.
Okay,
I'm gonna gently slide it across the table.
I'm gonna shove it. Persimmon.
Let me explain something to all you men and all you women. There's nothing quite as sweet as the fruit called a persimmon. Now, why is it not cinnamon? And why is it not purr? Don't worry about that. It's still the sweetest fruit there ever were. Persimmon. See, that's that's just common sense, though. A lot of my rhymes is common sense.
It is.
Wow. That was beautiful. And now would each word cost 10 cents? Or
every
the whole
time I
poem?
rhyme would cost you 10 cents. Every time I rhyme.
So we have to count the rhymes. I think there were about 5 rhymes in that one.
Then that would have been 50 cents.
Wow.
Well, okay. So that
a lot of people say, Tennyson, do you need the money? No, I don't need the money. In fact, when you pay me that money, I usually throw it on the floor and walk right out there. Really? It's just the idea of paying for art, whether I accept that payment or not.
So does that mean if somebody pays you via Venmo, do you throw your phone on the ground?
I have broken 7 Apple computers.
Oh.
When I open up my Venmo on my Apple computer, no less than 7 of them. I've broken 4 Samsung phones and 16 iPhones, throwing it on the ground.
Wow.
It's just part of who I am. It's part of who I am.
That's the art, isn't it? That's all part of the art.
That's part of the art. But right there, you would have just made yourself 20 cents.
Well, speaking of which, Mickey, maybe you could, I want to do this. Let's get from our comment section some words.
Oh, that's a great
but
idea.
in the
And
meantime,
by the way, they are all clapping for you with their
virtually
little emojis.
clapping. I don't know what that means.
With their emoji hands?
Like it looks like this.
There's one thing that I cannot understand is what is the sound that it makes with an emoji hand? When emoji hand claps together, does it make a sound at all? I suppose we will never know. I'm talking to all of y'all. That's just a little something free. That's a little something free. That's just a little something free for the people. That's a little something free. That's a little something free right there.
There we go.
Thank you for that, for free.
Ooh, okay. So Puppin' People, one of our viewers says, can you do something with the word catamaran?
Yeah, but let me just explain something. It's not always about the words, but yes, I can do something with the word catamaran. Can I do something with the word catamaran? Let me tell you, my brother, yes, I can. Is it a boat or is it a cat? Is it something you sit on or something you sit at? Would you ride it across the ocean or the deep blue sea? Would you ride it to your loved one or ride it back to me? I said it once and I said it again. I can do something with the word catamaran. Tennyson. Tennyson, I got more rhymes than rednecks got venison. Yes, ma'am.
Wow, another bonus.
Yes,
I have chills all up and down my arms.
Yes.
You know,
you're
better than Dr. Seuss.
Hey, let me tell you something about Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss was a medical doctor. I'm not a medical doctor. Right. I'm not a medical doctor. Right. My father did make curtains though.
Oh, that's just like our last guest.
Yes.
Your last guest? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Our last guest, her father made curtains, was in the curtain business.
Oh, what's her name?
Well, that was Kathleen Beavers.
That was Kathleen Beavers, yeah.
I have a long lost sister named Kathleen.
What?
That's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there.
Another 10 cents.
Material as the sweet moaning air. Come on now.
Well, now people want to know where they can Venmo the money to. What is your Puppin' People who gave you catamaran wants to know where can they send you the money?
Better yet, Puppin' People, if you will tomorrow morning, and I hope you live in this city, if you will tomorrow morning at the corner of Burbank and Whitsett Boulevard, just put it there on a napkin. Perhaps a restaurant napkin like a In-N-Out burger or Chick-fil-A, one of those that has a religious connotation. I'm not a religious man, but I love religious napkins. Put it on that napkin and I'll pick it up tomorrow. How about that?
That sounds great.
So question for you. Who are your influences?
I'm influenced by the world. You understand what I'm saying? When I hear a bird chirping up in the tree, I imagine that bird is nobody but me. When I see a rock laying down on the ground, I imagine that is me and I gather around. If I saw a camp counselor counseling in camp, then I would think that's me. And I will amp up my spirit and do it over and over again. And that's why they call me Tennyson. You understand what I'm saying? You are my inspiration, Robin. Mickey, you are my inspiration. You are my inspiration.
I'm speechless. I love it. I love everything.
Let me just say this. I hate to rhyme, but you know it's true. When you're as beautiful as somebody like you, speech fails to show your prettiness. Speech fails to show your country or your cityness. It's like you're from nowhere and everywhere all at the same time. Let me say something, Mickey. You blow my mother freaking mind.
Wow.
It's Tennyson. Got more rhymes than rednecks got venison. And let me tell you something. I'll say this once again. If I was Asian, then you might call me Tennyson. Now that's neither here nor there. But at one point, I lived in Asia for a while, and they called me Tennyson. But that's neither here. That's neither here. I wonder.
Now that was very kind of sexy what you just did there. And I'm not saying this is why you do it, but is this skill help you in your love life? It seems like it would attract. I don't know if you're into men or women, but it seems like it would attract whoever.
Yes.
You like.
I do suppose that they say a way to a man's heart is through his stomach. I say that's a faulty operation. if I ever went in for a heart operation and somebody go through my stomach, that's problematic. That's problematic. But I will say this: poetry has gotten me into more beds than that guy who created Sit and Sleep. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
And once again, before I finish, I refuse to finish making love. I'll stop right before I finish and I'm out the door. Right before I finish and I'm gone. I refuse to finish making love. It keeps me hungry for the next time.
So aren't you afraid of exploding?
Yeah, I am. That's the first time I've admitted that in public.
I would be. I mean, that seems like you're very.
It's a dangerous game, really.
Yeah, but when I finally do finish, you will know. Oh, you will know. You will.
Well, I'm sure everyone will know that. That's like a
we'll hear it.
Yeah.
We'll hear this. Yes.
Perhaps you may hear it a little louder than the other.
That's
well, as long as you're rhyming.
Now, Tennyson, you do this for money only symbolically because you get rid of the money that people
get rid
pay
of it immediately. As we say where I'm from, I get rid of it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm from.
Enunciationville?
Sherman,
Britain?
California. Sherman Oaks, California. California.
But then my follow-up is, how do you make money? How do you pay rent if you are throwing money away?
I work in software.
Oh, okay.
Computer software. I'm the software engineer.
Okay. I want to try to find another word.
Right.
I'm just going to find a.
I'm sorry. I mean, everybody does.
No, sure. I mean, every artist has to do something, and it may not be sexy, but it's something. And
I'm very wealthy. I'm very well off from being a software engineer.
But
that is not my love. That's not my love. That's
not
my
your
wife.
passion. It's not your passion.
I heard Jacob Dylan works for Uber Eats. So,
But Jacob Dylan, that's Bob Dylan's son?
Yeah, he works for Uber Eats.
Jacob Dylan works for Uber Eats, bringing the world those tasty treats. When his father said, lay across my big feather bed, Jason said, no, Daddy, I'd rather be driving instead. Jacob Dylan, ladies and gentlemen, come on now. Come on now.
Now, you should actually send that to him because it sounds like he needs the money.
If he does, I will. I'll refund that back.
Send that.
I'll refund it back.
He shouldn't have to pay for that.
I think I have another word. It's a medical word.
Luckily, my father, before he became a curtain maker, he was huge in the field of medicine. Huge, one of the biggest medical doctors ever.
That seems like a
medical doctor.
Yeah.
He was a medical doctor.
He was a medical doctor. Wow.
Of medicine.
Wow.
Okay, so the word is duodenum, and if I understand that correctly, it's something connected to the appendix, and I don't really know why it's there.
I'm well aware of what a duodenum. And I don't mean to be offensive, Robin. I'm well aware of what a duodenum is.
Okay.
All of us know it, and some of us got them. Some of us have a lower duodenum. Some of you, I don't know, it could be a synonym, but some of them actually call it the duodenum. It doesn't matter what you call it. It's down in this area. And let me say this again, and I do not want to scare you, but if you get a tumor around the duod, man, you better go ahead, kiss your ass and talk to God. The duodenum. Yeah.
Wow.
That's just, and to be fair, now this was not one of them. I have a whole book written about the inner body works for children.
Oh.
A whole book about the alimentary canal and the Isle of Langerhorn. The whole book written for children.
Wow. You are a man of many talents.
Well, I spent, here's something that you don't know about me. The first 12 years of my life, I was coddled. My parents coddled me. I was so coddled, and they only used words. They coddled me. I was carried till I was 12 years old. I never even walked, didn't even know I could walk. My mother carried me and breastfed me. My mother carried me, my father breastfed me. So in that time, I was able to just concentrate on language. I wasn't using my physical skills like I can now. I concentrated on the language, and that's all.
So would you recommend that way of child rearing?
I would not. I would not. My legs had atrophied in the little meat nubs. I wouldn't recommend it at all.
But you're so brilliant.
But now I have some of the strongest legs around.
Congratulations.
I have literally kicked a hole in a car door just for the hell of it. I have very strong legs.
Wow, well, look at that. I mean, and I would say that's an argument for coddling.
Now that you mention it, Mickey, I suppose it is. I mean, you look like a lady who could use some coddling.
I wouldn't mind a little coddling. I don't mind these legs turning to meat nubs.
Oh.
Someone
said this episode has become very sexually charged.
First of all, I don't see sex, so I wouldn't know that. I think of everything in the world as the same thing. If I'm having sex, I may as well be having a sandwich. And that's in the Bible. That's in the Bible. I don't see it. I don't see sex. I don't see male. I don't see female. I don't see color. I cannot smell. I don't see any of it.
That might be an issue. You actually might want to go see a doctor.
It's a horrible issue. I've walked into traffic several times. It's a horrible issue.
Very
and the
dangerous.
smell thing, that's a sign of the coronavirus. You know,
exactly. I've been told that.
You should get tested.
Yeah. I've been told that several times.
10 Cent, thank you so much for being here tonight.
What a treat.
What a treat.
Yeah.
I hope you'll come back.
You guys have pleasured me today. They say one man's trash is another man's treasure, but Mickey and Robin, you have given me pure, unadulterated pleasure. Thank you.
You did it again.
Ooh, there it is.
You did it again.
All right. Thank you, Tennyson. My mind is simply blown.
Thank you. Hey, Mickey, call me.
Oh, I will. Okay. You can bet your badil. I'll work on it.
See, I don't mind. I think it's exciting when somebody hits on you.
Well, sure. I'm a sexy person.
And I'm a cuckold.